Little brown girl, you are so beautiful to me. I hope you see.
Hi guys, my name is Tamika House, and I am the
Brown
creator of
girl,
Traces
I
of
just
Mika,
want
my
you to
memoir podcast. Please tune into
see
season 3, streaming on all
that if your
platforms,
gums
including
aren't
YouTube,
weak and your
right
bed
now.
is asleep, that don't mean you're in.
Hi guys,
Hey, what's up, everybody?
welcome to season 3 of Traces of Mika. I am continuing on the other side of healing, but now we're going to talk about where I am in life. So I'm joined here by my girl Brittany.
Hey, y'all. Ooh, I'm so excited for this conversation today.
I'm excited too because I mean it's I always talking about where I am in life is. I mean, I don't know. It's a little bit healing for me.
Oh,
So,
of course.
yeah, I like to kind of just purge and kind of just talk about some things, and sometimes I get clarity when I'm talking. So,
Yeah, it
yeah.
always happens like that. And then the gems start dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all get your pens and your pencils and stuff ready.
This is gonna be a good one. This is, I think why it's gonna be so good is because there's gonna be so many women like us that can relate. Because
Yeah.
off rip.
Yeah. Now I'm definitely a woman. Not today, the woman I am now, I could not relate to her about 4 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, totally different person.
Same, and it's crazy because I thought I was cute and together 4 years ago, but
I know I wasn't. I was cute, but I wasn't together.
well, yeah, it was looking real not even right on the
a little
inside.
uneasy,
Yeah, it was crazy. But to be here now.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. Let's hop right into it.
All right. So where I am now is I am at the most peace and secure, and joyful, like internally, than I've ever been ever in life. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I spent the last few years, even prior to COVID, completely focused on Tamika, doing exactly what Tamika needed, being shut in if I needed to, being selfish with my time, pouring into my own energy, allowing myself to fall and crumble and stay in it. Because I didn't get a chance to do that like all of my life. So I had the moments now, even prior to COVID, and COVID definitely helped. But just being able to just be sad and then just
feel
be in it. Yeah.
Sometimes you really got to feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's relatable because when you don't, when you spend so much time focusing on not feeling it, it's like a perfect recipe for everything
disaster.
to backfire.
Yeah. It's gonna come out in the way that you speak, your mannerism,
even internally,
and your energy. Yeah.
Like, you hold things in internally, and you notice you got pain, your chest hurting, your back's hurting.
Everything irritation.
You can't, no matter how many naps you take. For me personally, you just couldn't find enough sleep or energy,
enough peace to where it's like, I feel refreshed.
Yes.
Yeah. So that wasn't happening for me, and I mean, and unfortunately, that is the reality for a lot of Black women that are, specifically single mothers, like Black women that have to take care of their children on their own, physically, financially, emotionally, and spiritually.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's
a
lot.
It doesn't fit. Look at me dropping nails and stuff. Anywho. It doesn't fit in the superwoman, complex, right?
No, it doesn't.
Because, and not, I'm totally against the whole Black women must show up. We have to be independent. We have to be super duper strong. We have to be superheroes. But the narrative that is told for us doesn't leave any room for us to be human in any other way. So this period that you're talking about, season of self-help, a season of soul work, and a season of singleness too. Purposefully.
Yeah, this was the single of Loving on Me. This was the season of Loving on Me. Just completely being in my own space.
Yeah.
Being selfish with my own time. Emotionally cutting other people off. Not physically. That came later.
Yeah.
But just making sure that I was reserving most of my energy for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so let's give ourselves and our listeners, because this is like a memoir, this is a full experience.
Yes.
Let's give them a timeline.
Okay.
So we're calling it the season of of single, purposefully single. How long did this last? Are you still in it? And we'll start us. When did this start? Give me the year. Time frame.
All right, bet. So my last relationship ended when I was about 28, 29. Y'all don't remember. Let's just say 29.
Okay.
And so when that relationship ended, I went through, you go through your phase of being, broken and missing them and things like that. So that lasted a few months. And then I began to just date and just have fun and things like that. Just with, no one of importance. And that kind of went on for like some years. And then there will be like a time frame where I wasn't talking to anyone. And so I want to say every year looked different, but it got closer and closer to me being like completely secluded, like to myself.
Yeah. Did it start off intentional?
No.
Self-led to that. Right?
No, not being by but like literally being by myself, like nobody calling my phone, stuff like that. No, and I aspire to say, you know what, I ain't gonna talk to nobody. But I did say that I'm good on commitment.
Yeah.
Because I tried it, I wasn't that great at it, and then I got my feelings hurt. And a lot of that, a big part of that was my fault too. And so I began to really process and say, you know what? I don't think I have the tools to really do this commitment thing.
Okay, so let's lean in on that, because see, that'd be the part, right?
Yeah.
Because I went through a season of single too.
Okay.
And I have been through single seasons in my life, but they weren't intentional like this last time was.
Yeah.
But the last time was so intentional because I realized after, on the heels of another ended relationship that probably shouldn't have been a relationship to begin with,
that part.
And unreciprocated and unrequited feelings and all sorts of things. And, I started to take inventory and say, you know what? My toolkit ain't stocked to be even, being in a space where I can entertain an opportunity like that.
And they say that your energy, like you attract, like on your level for the most, like, like who you are, you attract.
Yeah.
And I was attracting some chaos, at some point. And then the relationships that I did attempt to have in my 20s, they were like build a man type of relationships.
God, same. What?
Like dudes that was not technically on my level, but here I am always being the savior, always being the leader, always figuring it out.
Superhero Black woman.
Yeah. So these men would come into my life and they wasn't about shit. Let me not say that.
They weren't whole either.
They wasn't whole. They weren't full adults. They weren't leaders. They weren't providers. And so here I am with all these skill sets that I've acquired because I'm a single mom. I'm a business owner and I'm independent. I'm a survivor. I don't have any parents that was helping me out, grandparents that was helping me out, siblings that was coming in to, to offer support. No, I literally was doing all this shit on my own.
Right.
So when it came time to me dating and I was building these relationships with these men that was big baby boys, essentially.
Yep.
I found ways.
Who was it? K. Michelle?
Can't raise a man. Yeah. And so here we are raising men.
Yep.
And we already have our children, but we want love. We want affection and companionship.
Yeah, and affection.
And affection. Right. Yeah. And of course, we have these big hearts. And so that's what we do. We're mothers, we're nurturers, we're providers.
Right.
And sometimes we get with these dudes and we raising them up. And that's what I ended up doing.
So, because in my own journey, I had to realize and take notice of some things. So you were able to check all those other boxes for yourself, because you were independent, because you mastered, parenthood.
Yeah.
But there was still like a space that may have been like missing for us to even like deal with these little bit of men boys, right?
Yeah. What was missing for me, for sure, now that I'm older, I never had a father figure or just that man figure in my life that treated me kindly, that spent time with me, that encouraged me, told me about men and how they think and process. I never had that. So when it came time for me to date and get to know men, I didn't have anything to go off on. And then my mother passed over when I was 20.
Right, so she didn't get a chance to guide you through the 20s.
Yeah, so then I was pissed about that too. Because then I realized, wait a minute, I think I need my mama more as an adult than I needed as a child.
And do.
Because it's a lot of people it's a lot of bullshit folks out there. It's a lot of opportunists out there. There's a lot of hurt people out there.
And hurt people do what?
Hurt people.
Exactly.
And I really did not know how to navigate through that. And so when I ended that relationship at 29, I didn't want to go back into being committed to someone when, one, I'm unhappy, two, I'm overwhelmed, 3, I need someone that's going to be a partner and a provider. And then 4, I didn't really feel like I ain't gonna front. Almost every relationship I was in, I cheated.
Really?
I was always doing the most. Like past my marriage, I was, girl, yeah. Because for me, what is the point of being with one person and we not about to be married? That don't make no sense. So I would try the commitment, devotion thing, but then to a man that's not even on my level,
it's like, dang, you
that didn't make no sense.
You didn't even earn all of this.
No. So yeah, I was doing me. Yeah, I was doing me.
Understand, but the decision for you to stop that, well, that slowly came because, like you said, like first it was like, okay, no commitments, just me having fun. I'm finding myself, I'm experiencing life, but slowly things started to
feelings would kind of sometimes come into play, and then I care.
Right.
I started to love them.
We're human.
Yeah,
right.
We're human.
We have emotions.
Yeah, so I started to love him, and
his little feelings hurt.
Yeah, and then as you stated with your last relationship that you mentioned, we wasn't really supposed to be together.
Yeah.
Not in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Not I'm out of it. We should have just stayed friends and was doing it. And like, let's simplify this and not really try to make it more than what it has to be. And I really wish that him and I would have just really stayed friends and, with benefits and stuff. And then we would still kind of be friends today.
Right.
But nah.
So once this period turned intentional, like once you were cognizant, like, you know what? The circle is narrowing. The inbox is getting a little cool, but it's cool. What did you notice about yourself, the new person that you were becoming?
The new person that I was becoming, I realized, first I realized that I did have a lot of anger and bitterness that I need to get rid of, that I needed to find peace with the cards that God dealt me. Because a lot of things were out of my control. A lot of the trauma or the disappointments and things I experienced were not in my control.
Yeah.
So once I got to that point of accepting the past and feeling those emotions, I began to really understand what Tamika really needed, which was a good, fine balance between friendship and companionship.
Ain't that the perfect harmony?
Yeah.
That's what everybody on Black Love says.
Yeah.
So.
And when I mean friendship, I mean like a full out, authentic, transparent friendship. I want you to know all the elements of who I am.
Right.
I don't want to have to pretend about or try to be someone that I'm really not, or try to make myself to appear in this this figure that you want me to be.
And that takes time too, right?
It does.
You know?
Yeah. It takes a lot of time because it takes conversations and then experience and then time. Literally time. Time has to tell you if this person is for me or if the situation is for me. So now I'm just kind of just flowing with time. Yeah. That's all I'm doing.
Yes. Okay. So today,
are
we still in our single season, our super intentional, season of solitude?
Honestly, no. I'm not. I'm currently not single, which is funny.
Okay. It's
everybody,
tea.
Yeah,
Season
everybody
3 dropping.
Everybody and their mama know that when it comes to me, when I was like single but dating, I dated. Like it would be more than one person because why not?
Right.
But now it's to the point where I'm being very intentional with this person.
Yeah.
And we're having
look at the smile.
We're having these really good genuine moments to where we are kind of revealing ourselves.
Yeah.
The ugly parts and the pretty parts, and we're just enjoying each other, and we're just kind of taking it day by day. But then we're also expressing how we feel.
Yeah, it's so crazy because it's a difference once you get to the other side of the personal, single season, right?
Yeah,
because it's almost like okay, I can see clearly now. The rain is literally gone. The clouds have moved away. Did you find that you're not even attracted to the same type of person?
Absolutely. The people that I've dated in the past, they cannot.
Not even get close enough to smell it. Boy, you better keep it pushing.
Nah, not even a little bit. I'm like, oh, girl, Mika, what was you thinking?
Yeah, same thing, girl. Yeah. Same thing.
That's okay. We all have those ones that we kind of regret a little bit, but I mean.
Yeah, and not even that they weren't like attractive, physically, but
It's more so it's their mindset.
Compatible, yeah. Mindset.
It's their mindset. A lot of my old flames, they lack security, emotionally and financially.
Yeah. Oh, that's a really great observation.
Yeah, and then spiritually, we're just not compatible either.
Yeah.
So, and for me moving forward, like the person that I am now, spiritually, like that whole piece of just knowing who you are.
Yep.
Outside of like the physical things in the physical realm, like really knowing who you are, knowing your love languages, knowing your up seasons, your down seasons, knowing things that may trigger you, knowing your likenesses. Praying, like having a really good relationship with God, and doing good and meaning good. Those are the type of people that I want, not even just someone I'm dating, but just people in general that I try to put myself around these days.
Yeah. And it's crazy because for my own self, when I look back, I would think that I was being like intentional about the people that I spent my time with.
Right.
And I think that I did a great job of being intentional about my girlfriends, like, like my team, my friends. But the men, I don't know, maybe because the pool I was swimming in was also just real shallow too.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna front. I mean, back then, I kind of figured a certain type of man will be able to handle me. Because when it comes to the type of work that I do, I don't have a typical work that I actually do. I travel a lot. I'm meeting a lot of different people.
Right.
And for me, I don't even believe in titles. I feel they are necessary unless it's leading towards,
unless we're being intentional. There's a goal. Right.
And so men, they didn't like that. Men they actually want you to be their girlfriend.
Yeah.
Even if they don't want you.
To be,
like even if they don't want you, they want you to want them. And so the moment that I show like, bruh, I'm the prize.
But they want to be the prize. I'm not about to do it like
they get an attitude.
How the men with podcasts be doing and bashing them, but it's really interesting how
it is
how that psychological thing works. Like you want me to chase you, but I'm
the prize. Now, granted, there's a lot of women. There's a whole bunch of women.
Yeah.
But I know what I bring to the table.
Right.
And there's only one of me.
That's right.
I think highly of myself.
One of one.
So
I heard that. Okay, I gotta get up in your business though.
Uh-oh.
So in the season of single, how were you taking care of yourself physically?
Oh, I was doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was doing it. I mean,
she said single, but I was still living.
Yeah, I was still living. I was doing it because again, I'm one of those women too where when it does come to physical intimacy, I'm not sitting here getting all falling in love because we did.
Oh yeah, so you got to know your inventory.
Yeah, I don't do that. That's stupid.
Yeah, I'm stupid, child. If you swinging it the right way, Lord.
I mean, that means he's just doing it the right way.
Right, but in my younger days, because before my season of single, I had a different mindset, right?
Yeah.
And if I could get fed in that other way, then I felt like then that was going to be sufficient enough for the time being, or I could be the superwoman to handle all the other boxes, right?
Yeah.
But my season of single showed me differently.
Yeah, I can imagine. But yeah. I honestly, when I was being physical with people but cutting off the emotional part, I began to see a whole other side of men.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, get the tea. What kind of tea? What was the side like?
Well, the side was then they will be trying to push for a little bit more.
That's psychology.
Yeah, it was like
what is up with that?
But then I used to call them out on it, be like, "But bruh, do you want me? Because do you want me to be your woman?" Yeah, I asked a couple of them that. Do you want me to? Well, we can try. We can. No. Do you want?
Not because you think that this is right. Exactly.
Like, because if not, stop giving me a hard time.
Yeah.
Stop asking me what I'm doing over here.
Because it don't matter what I'm doing.
Stop trying to put me into this box because you're not trying to be my dude. And then if you're trying to be my dude, all right, bet. This is what I got going on. I need you to handle this, that. Because that's what my men gonna do. Like,
yeah,
this
that's
is what
more
I require.
than what the friends with benefits get.
Yeah, so if you're not about to be like my man,
exactly. Then keep it pushing.
Sir, then enjoy me. I'm going to enjoy you, and let's call it a day.
Yeah.
I think it's really simple. And I think affection grows over time.
Yeah.
Because people will tell you certain things in the beginning.
Of course.
But again, time will always tell you.
Yes. Every single
time. And I'm big on watching people versus just listening to them.
Yeah. And I think that you're like talking about a superpower too, like being able to like definitively define a boundary.
Yeah.
And not go back on that.
And not go back on it. Yeah.
You know? And that's a lot of what that emotional exchange is about. Like these boundaries are so weakly defined and they're not even respected because we're just flowing off of what we feel and I know I said this, but but if we don't set the example and set the standard, then these people will go in and back and forth, in and out of our lives if we allow them to.
And honestly, yes, if we allow them to. But what I've also realized now that I'm not in it, a lot of people are dating or trying to find a partner so that partner can complete them.
Yeah, but you got to come to the table.
You got to come to the table already complete.
Yeah.
Already happy, already whole, already where you can be by yourself. And this is when I knew I was ready. When I was able to be by myself, be in the house, and I'm having me a good old time.
And you went through this through COVID too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I lived for about 3 years, literally just nobody.
Yeah.
Like COVID was about a good year and a half, just nada. And then I was backsliding, with a boo thing.
Right, yeah.
And so we'll have our fun here and there. But as far as like but as far as like emotionally building and and really kind of leading towards a partnership, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Not until just recently. Yeah.
Yeah. Same for recently. I ended my single season in 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I still dated.
Okay.
It just was.
So you still dated while you were single? You dated when you was dating him?
I was completely single like for a good 3.5 years. And
like not doing it?
For almost 2 years, not doing it, girl.
Ooh.
Not doing it. But you know what I did though? Like
what?
In addition, I doing the soul work. Like getting down and gritty with myself and really looking in the mirror and addressing some of the things that I don't even like about myself. Some of the things that I wouldn't even say out loud to myself, but also like, my confidence level increased. I started doing the pole dancing thing, right? I started falling in love with myself. I really got a chance to like get a chance to pamper myself, to treat myself, to to find out the things that I really like to do. And, this is also in the period of me learning and mastering motherhood.
Yeah.
Well, not even mastering because we ain't got that mastered yet because this child keeps switching up, y'all.
Honestly, I'm actually bringing my oldest child.
That's
in
right.
this season,
yeah.
And I can tell y'all this, that there is no way to parents. There's no blueprint, and it don't really end when they become adults or when they're not living with you. Like, it's always going to be something that your children are going to be needing from you. They're always going to need your guidance.
Yeah,
for
you're
sure.
right. Because I'm still annoying to my parents. Okay?
To do it, girl. I wish I had that. See, and that's another thing. Maybe I should talk about that too.
That's a good one.
Being a parent while being parentless.
Being a parentless parent.
Parentless parent.
Parentless parenting.
Yeah,
that should be
parenting.
One of the episodes of season.
Yeah, because it was very, very, extremely hard.
Yeah.
For me to parent my children without any parents of my own.
Yeah, and I would imagine, I know this is coming in the next, but I wonder what the experience was like for your own children.
Cause I know. They're going to talk about it.
Right, yeah. My mom lost her mom when she was 15. So I never got a chance to meet my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, right? Mm-hmm. And like already that time period as a woman with your teenage daughter is tough, right? Well, it really brought me into a different space of compassion for my mom because while we were butting heads, I'm also like realizing like, dang, she don't have a clue how to do this. And she don't have no guidance because her mom wasn't there throughout the rest of her life.
Yep.
So every single step of this that she's doing, even right now, even being a grandparent to her first grandchild.
Yeah.
It's done off the cuff.
Yeah. She got to freestyle and she got to learn as she goes with it.
But you're doing it too.
And I'm going to have to do that too. When I have grandchildren too, I'm going to have to just figure it out. I think when it does come to like the parent, when it comes to motherhood part, for me, that was a big piece of why my relationships, for the most part, didn't make it either. Yeah. Because when you are a single parent,
that's like number one.
Yeah, it is number one.
That's it.
And my children, our storyline is very unique. So it was always some drama going on. And I didn't have the best partner to co-parent them with. So it was always something toxic or negative transpiring. And so then I would have to channel my energy towards
Yeah.
this person.
We ain't got enough to
Yeah.
share like that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And the last serious relationship I had, he had mentioned something of the sorts where he realized that I wouldn't leave my daughter alone with him.
Mm.
And he felt that that's because I didn't trust him, and he felt like it was saying something more than what it was.
But I get it as a mom. Though.
As a mom, I'm not leaving my child with nobody.
Exactly.
Like sometimes I'm looking at some women's side their head. Like that was just how I was.
Yeah.
And so, I think even now it's working for me now because my children are older. I don't have to put too much energy into the day to day anymore, and I can give a little bit more to myself. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So the season of single proved to be fruitful for you.
It did. I've dated myself. I took myself out. I took myself across the world to Greece.
Yes, with your ass out.
Yeah, with my ass out, y'all. It was so fun. I met so many different people. I was sitting on the beach, drinking wine and getting massages. Like from this Taiwanese lady. One of the best massages I've ever had. But that's when I realized, like, man, this is really nice. I mean, like to do something nice for myself like that. Like, so that's when I really realized, you know what, these are the things I really enjoy, and I'm doing it for me.
Yeah.
No one is doing it for me. I'm not sitting here waiting for someone to give me something. Like I actually,
because you deserve it.
I actually did it for myself.
So you can go and do it for yourself, right? And that's a blessing to be able to do.
Yeah. So now, I'm excited to do it with a partner.
Yes.
With a little something.
You sound like me. I'm all excited too.
I know, it's so cute and stuff.
I love this. So the season of single is necessary.
Yes.
Would you suggest that to other women?
Absolutely. If you have the opportunity if you step away from a relationship and you have the opportunity to kind of just be in that space, do that. Don't look for someone new to occupy your time.
Yeah.
Don't try to get over someone with someone new
by getting under somebody else.
Yeah, I did that a lot.
Top
I did, and then granted, there's a time in the season for that. If that's what you want to do, that's great. But if you've never been by yourself,
lean into it.
Definitely lean into it. Do your therapy. Do your journaling. Do some trips by yourself.
Yeah.
Take yourself out. Challenge yourself.
Find a hobby.
Find a hobby.
Transform yourself. If you don't like something, fix it. Do what you want.
Yeah, and until you get into the point to where you are truly happy and okay by yourself, don't jump into anything else. Don't jump into nothing. And honestly, like when I was in it, like when I really got to like the end of my singleness, I got a little bit sad because I was like, Lord, come on now.
Me too. Oh, let's talk about that though, because it's almost like. It's almost like you're kind of sort of mourning, like, oh, dang.
Yeah.
I really found a lot of enjoyment in my solo time.
Yeah. But at some point, you do want to, to be hugged on and kissed on and talked to.
Yeah.
And it was at the point where I felt like that now when I was ready, I started then having conversations with God.
Yeah.
Telling him what I needed, what I wanted. And I actually started teaching myself how to cook. I started doing things that I knew that my partner is going to want from me. So I kind of started preparing that.
Coriel Dubois Mallard, because she's married now.
Okay.
She talks about that. She talks about, she had a whole like ministry, not ministry, but a theme of part of her journey is a single wives club. And so she was literally, did I tell you about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was literally preparing herself for marriage.
Now I get it. Single wife.
By preparing herself. Not preparing herself to be in a relationship, but preparing herself to be the best version of herself.
Yep.
And so she talked about how, she envisioned and imagined being able to share family moments with her family, cooking for her husband and her children, right? But she didn't know the first thing about cooking.
Yeah.
So she went and she practiced and she did things. She found recipes that she liked, that she was skilled at. She said she wanted a man that was going to be able to travel with her, right? Yep. And so she went and found like maybe a Black Friday sale. She found like a matching travel kit, right? And kept that thing in the closet for 3 years. Aww. But guess what? When she found her person, it was perfectly,
She was ready.
She was ready. You know? Do you write letters?
No, I don't write letters, but I do more a little bit like voice notes and things like that.
Good. Yeah.
I also
such a storyteller.
Yeah. I also do I'll tweet a lot.
Yeah.
And then I use Trace Tamika as a way to kind of just talk about things and kind of get some things out there and kind of just purge my thoughts a little bit. But then, yeah, so also my last thing that I did I feel that was going to solidify, I was speaking my relationship into existence. So Facebook had, my Facebook page got hacked.
What? They hacked Facebook?
Yeah,
they hack anything.
So and I couldn't get it back. So after maybe like 7 months, because then I was enjoying not being on Facebook.
Right.
And so then maybe after 7 months, I made a new page. It starts asking all these different questions. And I said, you know what? I'm going to list I'm in a relationship. And I wasn't even in one.
Heard. You better manifest it.
Like, and granted, the whole time I've been on Facebook, I ain't never listed my relationship status. But I just, you know what? Let me just list. Because I'm going to put it out there.
Yeah.
I'm in a relationship. Because I'm moving like I'm in one.
Yeah.
Like, I'm preparing myself like I'm, with somebody.
And technically, you're in a relationship with yourself.
This is true.
You're getting to know yourself on a new level.
This is true. And so I put that out there. And when you start kind of moving.
Yeah.
Like,
it's true.
Universe. The universe will talk to you, and it brings you the things that you're asking for.
Yeah, it's true. When you make the space for it, when you prepare for it.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
Like when you work out and eat right, you're going to lose weight.
Yep.
Because you change your actions.
Yep. And so I changed my actions. So I stopped doing it to just regular old people. I stopped entertaining just anyone. And I kind of just closed in my circle a little bit.
Yeah. Became selective.
Yeah, became very selective. I stopped going out to like the same spots. I wanted to kind of change my environment. I changed the way that I would speak in therapy. Because again, I've been in therapy like since I was about 27, 28.
Which is right around the time right before you started.
Yeah, right before because honestly, what my children was the one that kind of pushed me to go into therapy because they made me feel like I was my best self. So I like, you know what? Let me figure out who I am. Yeah. So I started going to therapy to kind of talk about my past, talk about my childhood, heal, and kind of get through those spaces. And then through therapy, I learned how to communicate.
Which is necessary for a relationship.
Yeah, which is very, very necessary. And then also I began to understand compromise and also accountability. Because, I mean, in the past, I would get an attitude or, like, I wouldn't have the patience for it or I didn't want to just do it.
Yeah.
I was not a good person to be in a relationship with at all.
But see, that's the thing, like, to be able to realize that.
I mean, I was fun.
Right. Yeah.
But as far as, like, that being considerate and...
takes a real healed person to be able, and a self-aware person to be able to admit those things.
Yeah.
Which is proof that your season worked.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I apologize to all my old flames if I hurt your feelings, my bad.
Right.
I ain't mean it. I ain't do it on purpose.
To a girl I used to see, and then I CC'd every girl. What the song say?
Oh, yeah. I CC'd every girl that I used to see.
CC around town, yeah.
Yeah, I see around town.
And I apologize if this message makes you frown.
Yeah. That's what I'm quoting right now.
Heard, understood. Yeah.
My bad, y'all.
But I love it, though. The purposely single season is so necessary.
It is. And even though I am dating, I am still technically single.
Yeah.
Because for me, there are requirements for me to be like, you know what? I'm completely off the market.
Yeah, same.
Like, you are my partner in life. We are building together. We are growing together. Like, we have resources and things together. You are my confidant. You're my safe space. You are all those things and vice versa. But again, time leads to that. I'm just now dating and we're building to that. Like, we're adding on to all those different chapters.
And the full experience is going to be so different now because you didn't, stocked your toolkit.
Yes. I got the tools now, y'all.
Right, now you got the tools.
This is my first time applying them, though. Which is why I'm taking my time.
Yeah.
And I was very honest with my partner, letting him know, look, I don't know what I'm doing.
Heard, yes. Taking accountability.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
But I'm going to do my best.
I'm putting my best effort in it, though.
And I'm going to communicate with you. And I'm going to be here. I'm going to be present.
Oh, I can't wait.
That's all I can do, man. Yeah. Other than that, man, I don't know what I'm doing. So
stay black and die?
Yeah, stay black and die. So, hey, let's see where we're at.
Yeah, season 4, we need to check in.
Oh, okay. Maybe
we do need to check in. Life after the single season.
Yeah, moving towards
Same,
forever.
right. Who knows?
Who
Same.
knows?
I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe I have a couple boyfriends. That'd be in a perfect world. I have 2 boyfriends.
Listen.
2 husbands.
2 husbands. Ooh.
Yeah.
Now that's a life.
Yeah, because, you know, you got to have a little balance. That one husband that loves, you know, normalcy and repetition
And fun.
and routine. And then
And-
you have
yeah.
that one adventurous, one that's more risky, that challenges you a little bit more,
Yeah.
that loves change and experience. So a nice, good little balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be, look, Lord, you're listening.
You're listening, Lord.
Hey,
I love
don't
it.
know. It may
Yes.
happen. And if it don't, then God's going to give me that partner that's going to give me all those things.
All of those things. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Everything that you need.
yeah, but either way, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be present, and I'm going to do my best.
Yes. And intentional.
And I'm going to be very intentional.
I love it.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I mean, I've been writing about love for about 15 years. And my partner, he said, "Don't you think that it's time for you to start living out your stories?"
I was just about to say that.
And
Yes.
I was like,
yeah, girl.
I guess.
It's
I
owed
guess.
to you.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
I do deserve it.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Even with all the hearts I probably broke, I still
It's all right. You
deserve it.
still deserve it.
I still deserve
You
it.
still deserve it.
Yeah.
Sorry. She's sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Be so
She
sorry.
ain't mean it. She really.
I really didn't.
She didn't.
I
mean
really
it.
didn't.
Yeah, she
I ain't
didn't know.
mean
She
it. I
didn't
ain't do
know.
it on purpose.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess as I step into my new season of seriously dating,
That's right.
let's see what that's gonna look like.
Yes. We need to check in next season.
I'm anxious.
Or maybe at the end of this season.
Okay, we'll see. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
we'll do a bonus episode. Maybe
Yes, let's do a bonus
I was gonna
episode.
say maybe he'll join me, but nah, I'm gonna keep him in the background.
Right. But you know.
Y'all see him if y'all follow me, and you know, so y'all see him.
But wait, I ain't even. Am I paying attention?
Yeah, he got posted. So apparently
On the timeline or on the story?
On the timeline. So
Ooh,
apparently
this ain't my
posting
phone.
someone on the timeline is
It's
huge.
very official. I have not posted on the timeline yet.
I ain't know that was a thing. We
Have I
was
posted on
having
the
fun, and I like him, so I posted him. I didn't know it was that big of a deal.
I mean, it can be. I mean, you know, Facebook official, IG official. Like it didn't happen if it didn't get
it's
posted.
for me. It's gonna be official when
It's a ring on it.
a ring, and then bills is being paid.
Hello.
Other than that,
I know that's right.
because I mean, what am I being committed to? A friend? I can pay my own bills. I mean,
And a picture
over
can
there.
easily be deleted or archived. Maybe we can keep pushing.
this
okay?
is true, but I mean, the old flame, he's still on there too, somewhere way down.
Well,
the
yeah,
line.
you know, I'm not really into that. I don't. First off, it takes a while for you to make it to the timeline, but also
Yeah.
like I'm not. You know, people be looking for that. Like, oh, let me see if she dating so and so still. Let's go search through the pictures.
That's true. So when everybody was mentioning that, and I was like, dang, so does that mean I gotta keep up? I don't want to think
And
too
see,
hard
right?
on
Yeah, don't even worry. Or
So
think
I
too,
mean,
too hard about it.
maybe
If you
we
make
may
it to the
break
time-
up, maybe we may not.
But it's your business. I could be posting
But,
about
yeah.
these not being.
I may
not being
post
shit
about
while
breaking
while
up
I'm
with it.
while
Who
I'm rubbing
knows?
somebody's son scalp in the bed. You never know.
You never
If
know.
you're trying to stick around to watch my story and figure it out, you'll never know.
You know, I don't be knowing what be going on in folks' life unless I actually talk to you.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't go on social media looking at nothing.
Yeah, not to be. Yeah, but people do that. But you know,
I see. So I'm a little bit out of touch. But yes, he did get posted. But apparently that means something deep. For me, not so much.
right? And you make your own rules on that too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
I
you don't have to
keep
subscribe
telling
to
him
those
I'm
rules.
different. He keeps saying it too. You're so different.
Good. I know.
Let us pray. I'm
right.
gonna pray for you.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to be posted on the progress.
Oh yes, I will let y'all know. I will
Yeah.
keep y'all posted. But y'all definitely pray for me during this journey, because again, I don't know what I'm doing.
But you living it like you living it.
Yes, I am, and I'm enjoying it too.
Good.
He's perfect.
That's the good
He's
part.
pretty perfect.
Ooh.
He is. I ain't gonna front. He's pretty perfect.
Let's see how this dates. How this
I know,
how
man.
this
You know
ages,
what?
right?
You know what? If I play this back a year from now, I'm like, she's so damn stupid.
No,
I hope I don't.
even
I hope
still,
I
it'll
don't
be
say
a
that.
lesson learned because, like I said, it's different after you made it through the season. It's a difference because I
Yeah.
dated somebody last year too. That's not the person that I'm dating right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I met
So
them-
it's not the same person that you.
I met them both last year. I met them.
So one didn't make it, so he phased out.
Yeah, he phased out. It literally
Okay.
happened on his own. The guy, the man that I'm dating now, is
That's
the
how it's
first
supposed to
person that
go.
I dated last year, and you know, no ill or foul play, but we fizzled out at the time where another guy that I began to date fizzled in, and that ran its course. And literally, while that was like dying down, homeboy from the first round. It was
He
literally,
like,
it was
I'm
literally
up.
timing. It was literally
Yeah.
timing. And when he came back into like, he had already been extremely like intentional and communicative about like his goals and what he wanted on the first round.
Yeah.
And then, after I went and dated somebody else, he was like, "Hey, I know we fell off. I'm trying to hop back on if you still on."
Yeah.
And I had to tell him like, "Hey, I actually started dating somebody else, but I'm, working on closing that." And he was like, "Yeah, okay." Because once that door is closed, the door ain't gonna be opened again.
I think that's really refreshing when a man can sit here and tell you what he wants, what his intentions are, and when he has messed up, he can say, "You know what? I want to circle back. I know I may have dropped the ball, but can we do this? Can we try?"
And it wasn't even necessarily him dropping the ball. It was literally just, timing and
life. Life. Just,
right. Life pulled us in a different direction momentarily, but I see now, hindsight 2020. Yeah. I see the bigger picture now because
I saw the video you posted him on TikTok. I'm like, oh, she in love. She in love. That's so beautiful.
Anyway, this ain't even about me. We Tracy Tamika. I have enjoyed myself with you, girl.
I thank you so much for having this conversation with me, man. This has been a very transitional year for me, and I couldn't pick anybody else to have this conversation with.
It was a good one. It was a good one. We need to follow up, run that back, hold her accountable, y'all. Y'all listening?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep y'all up to speed. What's going on?
Yes.
So y'all wish me luck and stuff. Maybe I'll write a little how-to book on how to transition into dating after being single.
I'm seeing a vision of a new character.
Okay. I like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all
And cut.
To me, I hope you see. Hey there, little brown girl, I just want you to see that if your gums aren't pink and your edges aren't asleep, that don't mean you're any less pretty. Hey there, little brown girl, I just want you.
I feel different about monogamy. I feel different about the things that you choose to make yourself happy. I'm really different. I kind of take a lot of risk in business, and so this is like a really big risk for me in my personal life. I'm excited, y'all, but I'm nervous at the same time.
Wow. Well, I enjoyed what I heard. I thought, I laughed, I smiled.
I cuss a lot too, y'all. Like, please,